Look up at the sky just before sunrise, and you might see the brightest planet in the solar system. It shines like a peaceful star. For centuries, people believed this glowing world might be beautiful, even alive. But if you could actually stand on its surface, you would survive for less time than it takes to watch this intro. Because beneath those glowing clouds lies a planet that behaves less like a world, and more like a cosmic furnace. From Earth, Venus appears almost gentle. It's similar to our planet in many ways. Almost the same size, nearly the same gravity, and formed from the same cosmic materials. Because of these similarities, scientists once suspected Venus could be a kind of twin world. A place with oceans, clouds of water vapor, maybe even rain. But there was one problem. No telescope on Earth could actually see the surface. The entire planet was hidden beneath an endless blanket of clouds. And that mystery led scientists to ask a question. What exactly is hiding underneath? The answer would turn out to be far stranger than anyone imagined. Venus is wrapped in clouds so thick that sunlight struggles to pass through them. From space, the planet looks smooth and bright, almost peaceful, but appearances are incredibly misleading. Those clouds are not made of water. Instead, they contain droplets of corrosive sulfuric acid. And high above the surface, powerful winds race around the planet at incredible speeds. Entire storms circle the world again and again without stopping. From orbit, Venus looks calm. Inside its atmosphere, it behaves more like a giant machine in constant motion. And the deeper you go, the more hostile it becomes. But the storms are only the beginning. The real nightmare begins closer to the ground. Imagine slowly falling through the Venusian sky. At first, the clouds surround you in a thick golden haze. Sunlight fades. The air grows heavier. The temperature climbs higher and higher. And then something strange happens. The violent winds above begin to weaken. The storms fade away. The atmosphere becomes quiet, almost still. But this silence hides something far worse. Because near the surface of Venus, the air itself becomes a crushing force. And the weight of that air would be enough to destroy almost anything built on Earth. On our planet, air feels light. We barely notice it pressing against our bodies. But on Venus, the atmosphere is unbelievably dense. Standing on its surface would feel like being deep underwater. Every square inch of your body would be squeezed by immense pressure. Even heavy machinery struggles to survive there. Metal structures bend, seals fail, electronics malfunction, and the deeper you study Venus, the more it becomes clear. This planet was never meant to be visited easily. But pressure is not the greatest danger waiting on Venus. Something else dominates the entire planet. Heat. Venus holds a record in our solar system. It is the hottest planet orbiting the Sun. Even hotter than Mercury, which seems impossible at first. Mercury is much closer to the Sun. So why would Venus be hotter? The answer lies in its atmosphere. Venus is wrapped in an enormous layer of carbon dioxide. This thick blanket traps heat extremely efficiently. Sunlight enters the atmosphere, but very little of that heat ever escapes. The result is a powerful greenhouse effect that has been building for millions of years. And today, the surface temperature can reach around 475 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to soften many metals. Hot enough to reshape rock. Hot enough to destroy most machines within minutes. But scientists still wanted to see this alien world with their own eyes. So they attempted something incredibly difficult. They tried to land there. During the space race, engineers built special robotic explorers designed for one mission. Survive Venus long enough to send information back to Earth. These machines were heavily reinforced. Thick metal shells, special cooling systems, and instruments designed to operate in extreme environments. When the first probes finally reached the surface, they transmitted images no human had ever seen before. A rocky landscape, flat plains, and strange formations shaped by ancient volcanic activity. For the first time, humanity had glimpsed the ground of Venus. But the environment quickly began destroying the machines. Electronics overheated, systems failed, and one by one, the signals stopped. Even the strongest probes could only last a short time before the planet claimed them. Yet the most fascinating mystery about Venus is not how deadly it is today, but what it might have been long ago. Planetary scientists believe Venus did not always look the way it does now. In the distant past, conditions across the planet may have been far more stable. Some models suggest Venus could have once had cooler temperatures, perhaps even liquid water. If that is true, the planet might have gone through a dramatic transformation. Something triggered a chain reaction. As temperatures slowly increased, more heat became trapped in the atmosphere. Oceans, if they existed, could have evaporated. Water vapor would have intensified the greenhouse effect even further. The planet may have entered a runaway cycle, a process where rising temperatures cause even more warming, until eventually Venus became the extreme world we see today. A planet locked in permanent heat. And that transformation raises an unsettling possibility. When astronomers study Venus, they are not just looking at a distant world. They are studying a powerful example of how planetary climates can change. Venus and Earth began with many similarities, yet their paths separated dramatically. One planet developed oceans, forests, and life. The other became a scorching landscape hidden beneath toxic clouds. Understanding why this happened remains one of the biggest mysteries in planetary science. Because somewhere in that history lies the answer to an important question. How stable are planets like ours? Venus still shines brightly in our sky. Beautiful, silent, almost peaceful. But beneath that glow lies one of the most extreme environments in the solar system. A planet of crushing pressure, acidic clouds, and temperatures hot enough to reshape the ground itself. The next time you see Venus shining at dawn or sunset, remember that what looks like a calm star is actually one of the most hostile worlds we know. If humans could one day build technology strong enough to survive there, do you think exploring the surface of Venus would be worth the risk? Or should some planets remain completely untouched? Let me know what you think.